All right. Welcome back, Hondo's Blockbuster, and today we are doing a ranking of the top 10 most anticipated movies of the summer season. All right, we're coming up on 1 year on the channel, and this channel started. Obviously, we're focusing still on blockbusters, but summer blockbuster season is so damn essential to my movie-loving history of life. So this year, we've got honestly a pretty great slate. I mean, 2026 has already got off to such a hot start with movies like Project Hail Mary. Honestly, mainly Project Hail Mary, but there's been a ton of other fun movies. And yeah, you've got Dune, you got Avengers, but all those come out in the fall. But the summer season has got a great slate. So today we are going to rank the my top 10 most anticipated movies. And let's start now. All right, coming in at number 10, not long awaited, more like kind of came out of nowhere, and it's been a big gap since the last one they've done, and that is going to be Jackass 5. All right, talk about dumb fun. Jackass is the definition of that. All right, all the Jackass guys are back. I mean, you've got Knoxville, who I've been seeing doing like some interviews of him missing running with the bulls, and that being the only thing he really misses, getting emotional of it. I love it. These guys are, this is the epitome. If you can put up with some of the things that they do in terms of maybe some gross out stuff, some body horrors per se, it is an absolute blast. Guys playing pranks on each other. It's just a good time. And Jackass 5, I haven't seen anything, like they haven't released a trailer or anything. Supposedly it's coming out this summer. So if it doesn't, correct me in the comments or something, let me know. But Jackass 5 has to make the list because I grew up on them. Same thing with Scary Movie, very differently. I prefer Jackass and Scary Movie. But it's not a movie. It's a kind of, I don't know what that would be categorized actually as. It's not really a documentary or anything, but it's a real stuff and it's a blast. All right, coming in at number 9, this is probably one of the bigger blockbusters coming out this summer, and that is going to be Masters of the Universe. All right, I'm not too well familiar with Masters of the Universe. I don't even know if that's a real saying, but in the sense of I didn't play with the He-Man toys. I didn't grow up in that era. I don't really know too much about the lore. Really, I really don't. I think to the extent of what I know is a lot of stuff with I don't even know. I guess Kevin Smith did something with it, but I have no idea what this is going to be. But it looks, based on the trailers, it looks like a fun, big blockbuster, perfect summer, stuff your face with popcorn. And I mean, I'm hoping it's good. It got a pretty solid cast. I know Idris Elba's in there. I don't know the guy who's playing He-Man, but he looks up for the task. So I don't know. It just looks like one of those fun adventure movies. It kind of has a similar vibe to me as the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out a few years ago. So I don't know. Could be fun. It's going to rank a little bit lower on the list because I'm not too familiar with the franchise itself. I know it, but I'm not. I've never actually seen it. So Skeletor looks pretty cool too. So yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, coming in at number 8, another big blockbuster. My first, dip into the superhero genre for this year, and that is going to be Supergirl. All right, Supergirl. I am excited for Supergirl because I love Millie Alcock. I liked Superman from last year. I know James Gunn's not directing this, but based on the trailers, he kind of has his hands all over it, which I think is a bit of a pro and a con, because it is somebody else's direction. I'm hoping that they kind of go the way of each director having their own look and feel to the universe. But listen, the trailer hasn't really wowed me in any way, to be honest. It just hasn't. But I like Millie Alcock. You've got Jason Momoa as Lobo. You've got some fun elements. Crypto's back. This last trailer was better than the first one, but I don't know. I'm not as hyped as I was for Superman, but I've got my fingers crossed and I'm hoping for the best because I'm hoping for this James Gunn universe to really take off, and so we can get more movies in it, right? You want the DCEU, whatever he's calling it now, to grow, and so yeah, Supergirl, I'm praying it's good. I'm going to put it one notch above Master Universe because don't know anything about that franchise. And yeah, I'm just hoping for the best. All right, coming in at number 7 is Guy Ritchie's next movie starring Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal, and that is In the Gray. It's kind of got a very similar vibe to and I know because Henry Cavill is in it, Man from U.N.C.L.E., but it's kind of got that style, got that vibe. I think Isaac Gonzalez is in this one too. I think Roseanne Pike, great cast. Guy Ritchie, his movie that he just did actually with Henry Cavill, Ungentlemanly Warfare, I thought was super underrated. I'm a huge fan of Guy Ritchie, his style, his direction, his stories. And so this just looks like another fun, kind of spy, espionage thriller that has got some flavor to it. So I'm excited to go see it. Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, I'm huge fans of both of those guys. All right, coming in at number 6, actually crazy. We have 2 number 5s on this list in the sense of being the I don't even know what it'd be, Quanquil, sequel, trilogy. I don't even know what it's called. But we are going with Toy Story 5. Toy Story is one of my favorite franchises of all time, one of the best animated franchises of all time. It's one that I thought should have stopped after Toy Story 3. But then they proved me wrong, and Toy Story 4 was really good. So for me, this franchise has yet to let me down. So I am actually really pumped for this one. I like the angle that they're going with. They're going toward the iPad kid generation where, the toys have to go up against technology. I think it's clever, right? Toy Story, a lot of the audience that grew up with it is like my age now, and a lot of them are having kids. So they're going to be viewing it kind of from the parental side. Their kids, having these iPads and what's available to them nowadays, as opposed to when we grew up, it was just dolls and action figures. And so I think it's just a really cool angle to take it in. And again, like I mentioned, Toy Story's never let me down. Everyone's coming back. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, like the whole crew's there. They're always a good time. Pixar, Pixar, I liked Hopper, so it's kind of been up and down a little bit recently, but I'm hoping this gets them back on track. And I know Toy Story is a franchise that they will not, they do not want to mess with. So I know they put a lot of love and care into it. So I'm expecting good things. All right, coming at number 5. What's up, everybody? Had to jump back in here because as I was editing this, I realized I left a movie out that it might. I think it's coming out in August, which for me counts as a summer movie. So I have to put it on this list, and I'm putting it at number 5. So if there's any shaky editing, that's on me. It's because I had to slot this movie in here, and it is The Adventures of Cliff Booth. This is a movie that not only am I extremely excited for, I'm just almost more curious to see, because we haven't seen Quentin Tarantino since Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And for me, Tarantino's coming back to write this one. He is not directing it, but they're bringing in a heavy hitter. David Fincher is coming to direct. Brad Pitt again. I mean, it's Brad Pitt in his Oscar-winning role coming back for a rare sequel, but we know Tarantino loves this world that he created in Once Upon a Time. Honestly, if he didn't, I would assume that this would be the movie that he would want to retire on, just based on everything he said. So, listen, the trailer that they debuted at the Super Bowl looked great. I'm just more curious and excited more than anything. Netflix, you better release this damn thing in theaters. You need to, because I need to see Cliff Booth. The cast is stacked. Tarantino writing it, Fincher directing it, had to come in on this list, putting it number 5. All right, coming in at number 4, we've got Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day, all right? I don't even want to see any more trailers of this. I just want to go in as blind as possible. All I know is that it's got Josh O'Connell, Emily Blunt, it's Steven Spielberg behind the camera, and it's about aliens. I mean, what else do you want? I think Coleman Domingo's in this thing too. It's a stacked cast. Steven Spielberg has still got his fastball, right? He hasn't made as many consistently great films, but he still has it in him. And I think from the trailer that I saw, this movie looks incredible, and I don't want to see anything else. I kind of want to go in as blind as possible. I kind of did the same thing for Project Hail Mary, and I absolutely loved it. I know it's hard when you go to the movie so often to stay away from trailers, but I'm hoping to do so because I want to go in blind, and the not the themes, but the topic of this movie seems, around not only aliens, but disclosure, what happens or what do you do if you know something along these lines, right? Like it seems like Emily Blunt's character plays somewhat in the news. So do you tell people? How will people handle it? I don't know. I don't know what angle they're taking it, but I hope it's that because, the disclosure, the aliens, the UFOs has been in a topic of discussion just in general the last really few years, but last year I know they had that Age of Disclosure documentary, and so it seems to be kind of picking up steam. And listen, Steven Spielberg, Aliens, you already had me there, but everything else that I've seen has just put me even more excited than before, so I am putting it at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we've got the one that is probably going to come out first based on, at least on this list, that is going to be Mandalorian and Grogu, all right? It is no secret, I am a massive, massive Star Wars guy. We are going to be doing an entire month dedicated to Star Wars. We've got a ton of different drafts, different rankings, different yada, 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 because I love Star Wars, all right? So, of course, I'm excited for Mandalorian and Grogu. I love the show. I will say seasons 1 and 2 are way better than season 3, but still, the character of Mando, the character of Grogu are two characters that, new characters that Star Wars has created that I have fallen in love with. And so the fact that they're getting their own movie, Jon Favreau's directing it, and from the trailers, honestly, I'm excited. Like, I've gotten more excited. Actually, I think I did my 2026 full ranking, and I think I had it around 8 and 7 because I didn't know what to expect. Everything I've seen has gotten me even more excited. So it's moved up my ranking. It's coming in at number 3. Mandalorian and Grogu coming out in May. May the 4th. Be with you. I know it's not on that day, but which is also kind of a missed opportunity. But either way, I'm pumped for it. All right, coming in at number 2 is the superhero movie that I am most excited for this summer, and that is Spider-Man: Brand New Day. That first trailer, it's a perfect trailer in my opinion. It doesn't give too much away. It kind of sets the stage of where you are in that timeline with Tom Holland, everything that happened following the final movie, and it just looks awesome. New director, new feel, new style, different take. I'm pumped for it. I mean, there's not too much more to say because I love Spidey, the character of Spidey. Anytime they make a Spider-Man movie, I am there. But this one's got it feeling a little extra, right? You've got, obviously, the Spider-Man element, you've got the Hulk, you got Punisher, you've got more of the New York street level type of vibe to it. And so I'm expecting big things, and yeah, I am super, super excited. Tom Holland and Zendaya are about to have a massive summer, which leads me directly to my number 1 pick, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. All right, it's my number 1 most anticipated movie of the year entirely, and of course it's still number 1 in the summer. I mean, Christopher Nolan rarely does wrong. Even his movies that I'm not like the biggest fans of, I still appreciate how good they are. This movie, coming off the backs of that masterpiece that is called Oppenheimer, it seems like he can do no wrong at this point, right? Great cast, Matt Damon, like mentioned, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, a bunch. There's Anne Hathaway. It is stacked head to toe. And the story of Odysseus and the Odyssey, and I'm very curious to see his take on it. And then just off the trailer alone, that's another one. I don't want to watch anything else. I just want to go in, hopefully see this in IMAX, right? 70 millimeter sold out like a year ago. That's how hyped people are for this movie. But yeah, The Odyssey for me is an easy 1-1. It's the one that I'm most looking forward to this summer. As much as I love Spidey, as much as I love superheroes, I'm very, very excited for that. The Odyssey is just it's going to edge it out a little bit here. So yeah, that is my list of my top 10 most anticipated movies of summer 2026. Listen, it's looking to be a very strong year at the movies. Again, like, I am curious to see who's going to top, if anybody can top, my love for Project Hail Mary that came out earlier in the year. We will see. With that, if you could please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff this summer. Movie drafts, more rankings, more different type of content. We've got some different Star Wars content coming your way with a lot of different guests, a lot of different takes, a lot of different angles. That's what we do here at Hondo's. So, as always, we'll see you at the movies.